What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. As you guys already know, we're continuing along with these draft lottery rebuilds. We've done 1 through 5, so today we are pick number 6, that being the Indiana Pacers. So today we're going to be doing a Keegan Murray Indiana Pacers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, guys, of course, like always, if you could drop a like and of course subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel a ton, so thank you guys so much for that. But let's talk about the Indiana Pacers, who kind of made some trades at the trade deadline, as we know, and they got Tyrese Halliburton for Sabonis, which was beautiful. Got Buddy Hield on top of that, which they're probably going to be able to flip Buddy Hield this offseason, I assume. Malcolm Brogdon will probably be available. The Pacers are in really good hands right now. They have a really good foundation. I love that they kind of retooled a little bit at the trade deadline. It remains to be seen what they're going to do with Miles Turner. He was a huge trade candidate at the trade deadline. Of course, he was injured, so they chose not to move him. Didn't play the rest of the season, but they do view Miles Turner as a center next to Halliburton for the long term. So maybe we keep Miles Turner, which I think I am going to do today. So I think I'm going to keep Miles Turner as my center for the future in this video. And then we're going to draft Keegan Murray, like I said. So he'll be our brand new starting small forward or power forward, depending on how we do things. We did take Keegan Murray in the Pistons video yesterday, but that was because I made like a trade to get into the lottery again with the Blazers. But today, obviously, we're fully focused on Keegan Murray on the Pacers. That's what the plan is. So you assume Shaedon Sharpe, Jaden Ivey are going to go 4 and 5, and then you obviously have those 3 big men going in the top 3. So the Pacers have their choice between like Keegan Murray, AJ Griffin, and you guys voted for Keegan Murray. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drafting Keegan Murray with pick number 6, and we have a early first rounder and an early second rounder. So we'll definitely keep that in mind as well. But is there any trades I want to make before the draft? I don't think so. I think I'm going to wait till after the draft to trade Buddy Hield and Brogdon, because I don't think either of those guys get you like a lottery pick or anything like that. So let's just jump into the draft and let's see if we can get at pick number 6. So I am curious to see if Keegan Murray will actually fall this far, if he's going to go in the top 5, and he did not. So 2K is always bugging with these picks, though. The Kings take AJ Griffin, Pistons take Ty Washington. So obviously we could take Jaden Ivey or Shaedon Sharpe here. I mean, if Jaden Ivey or Shaedon Sharpe wants to fall to Portland, that's fine. I don't know if I'd really want Jaden Ivey necessarily, but regardless, again, like I said, I'm going to take Keegan Murray. I do know some Pacers fans were telling me they want Ben Mathurin, which I understand that, because as a Blazers fan, if we don't trade down, I want Ben Mathurin as well. So you can kind of already maybe know what the next video is going to be. But Keegan Murray is going to be my pick here for the Indiana Pacers. And then number, round 2, pick number 1 overall, we have Dyson Daniels, who projects to maybe be in the lottery as well. So the fact that Dyson Daniels has fallen this far makes me want to take him, which I'm going to do. So welcome to the team, Dyson Daniels. And then in round 2, we have Drew Timme. Why not? We'll take Drew Timme out of Gonzaga, and we can have him on the roster. I don't know if he'll be anything crazy for us, but got Keegan Murray at 6. Shaedon Sharpe goes to Portland. Pelicans get Jaden Ivey number. Imagine Jaden Ivey fell to 8. That would be insane. And the Pelicans grabbed him. You have CJ McCollum and Jaden Ivey in the backcourt together. Yeah, that seems almost unfair. And then at pick number 20, 28, we got JD Davidson, or not JD Davidson. We got, or no, it was round 2, sorry. So round 2, we got Dyson Daniels, not 28. I don't know why I thought I had 28. So Dyson Daniels, 75 overall. And then at pick number 28, we got Drew Timme, which he might be something for us. We'll see. But I'm going to sign both my second rounders, of course. And then qualifying offers, player options, you got Jalen Smith, O'Shea Brissett, Goga Badotste, bring them all back. Qualifying offers. Got Terry Taylor and Dwayne Washington. So welcome both of you guys on your qualifying offers. And then, is there anybody? TJ Warren's going to be free into this offseason. I imagine Indiana's not going to bring him back. I think TJ Warren would probably sign like a mid-level with some team to prove himself again, a 1-year type deal, because obviously he hasn't played basketball in such a long time. I feel like I haven't seen him play since the bubble. Maybe it's been, maybe there was another time he played before that, but I don't remember. So I do want to go ahead and try to trade Buddy Hield and Malcolm Brogdon this offseason, though, and I think everyone else I'm kind of cool with keeping around. So that is going to be the game plan. We're going to try to trade Brogdon and Buddy Hield, because both of those guys could very, very well be guys that would help on another team. So I'm going to go ahead and throw Buddy Hield in a trade to start things off. I'm looking for picks, obviously, young players, anything that helps this rebuild process. The Grizzlies are offering me 2 firsts for Buddy Hield. Might be a little too steep of a price if I'm being realistic, though. I'm not sure Buddy Hield goes for 2 first-round picks. I feel like 1 might be fair. Maybe like a protected first-round pick. But if the Grizzlies want like a Buddy Hield, that would make them like that much stronger. So just like a protected Golden State pick. So I'll take the Golden State pick for Buddy Hield. So we'll take that, a first-round pick for Buddy Hield. I don't know if 2 firsts is really there for Buddy Hield, but 1 first I could see for sure. So we trade Buddy Hield for a first-round pick, which, like I said, is kind of what we were looking for. Brogdon, I think I wouldn't mind getting 2 firsts out of him. Definitely would not mind getting 2 first-round picks out of Brogdon. So let's see if anybody's willing to offer that. There's going to be a lot of teams They'll love a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, obviously. You got PJ Washington, the first from the Hornets. Man, I kind of like this trade. We get a young player in PJ Washington, putting him next to... I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Not going to lie. We'll see. Rashawn Holmes, Terrence Davis. You got Evan Fournier and a first from the Knicks, which I don't want to take on the salary. We got first round pick from the Magic. And we got Fultz. Kind of like that as well, but I don't see the Magic wanting to do this. Then OG Anunoby on the Raptors. Honest Joshua Primo, first from the Spurs. I mean, I don't think the Spurs would do anything crazy like that. I don't think the Thunder would do that. And then Keon Johnson, a first round pick from the Blazers. I mean, I wouldn't mind the first round pick, but I don't see the Blazers wanting to trade for a guard and using their trade exception for Brogdon. And I don't think he even fits in the trade exception. So this one easily makes the most sense to me. We get a 23-year-old power forward in PJ Washington, and then we also get a first round pick out of them. Although I will say, I feel like the Hornets would probably would rather send this trade package for Miles Turner, who they need a little bit more than a guard. So maybe we don't do this trade either. I don't know. Maybe I gotta make my own trade. I mean, this trade would be beautiful, obviously, but the Hornets are already paying Rozier. They're gonna have to pay LaMelo Ball. So I don't see them wanting to do this either. So let's go ahead and make our own trade just to make it feel a little bit more realistic, in my opinion. So I'm making a trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, sending Malcolm Brogdon over to them so they get another guard who's just going to be a nice veteran presence for them. We get Malik Beasley in return. We get 2 first-round picks and Leandro Balmero. We're giving them 2 seconds and Goga Badatse. I think that's a done deal for me. So just like that, we get plenty of value for Brogdon, and the Timberwolves obviously looking to make like that next move in order to, get into the playoffs. So just like that, or higher in the playoffs and go further, I should say. And they get Malcolm Brogdon to help them with that. So now our roster is looking like this. So it's Halliburton at the point guard, as we know. McConnell's the backup. You have Malik Beasley, who I do like. I'm not sure he'll be a long-term solution here, but he is going to be fine for now. Dyson Daniels, who we drafted in the second round. I like him as well. You got Keegan Murray and Chris Duarte. And then you obviously have Jalen Smith, Oshae Brissett, and Miles Turner, Isaiah Jackson. So I was about to make a trade with the Phoenix Suns, but they wanted Isaiah Jackson in return. And I feel like I shouldn't be trading a 20-year-old. So I think I am going to move Keegan Murray to power forward, though. So Keegan Murray is going to play the 4. So it's going to be like Malik Beasley or Dyson Daniels starting at the 2, which I'm fine with. And it'll be Chris Duarte at the 3. And Balmero back him up. Then Keegan Murray and Smith can fight over those power forward minutes. And then you got Miles Turner, Isaiah Jackson. And then Drew Timme will be kind of a project. Since we just traded Goga, we had Drew Timme down here who might become something for us. And Oshae Brissett is actually pretty solid. So I definitely wouldn't mind getting him some minutes as well. So he'll probably get minutes over like Leandro Balmero, to be honest. But let's just go straight past free agency. I don't think there's really anything I want to do here. So I think I'm cool with letting everyone walk. I guess we could sign like Lance Stevenson, but I'm not going to worry about free agents. We're kind of a roster they're trying to build through the draft, and we just made some trades to kind of help things out. So Halliburton goes up in overall. Miles Turner goes down 2. Chris Duarte is going up. Keegan Murray, Malik Beasley went up as well, which again, I do like Malik Beasley a lot as a piece here for the future. And Isaiah Jackson, 75 overall for him. So things are on the up and up. I really like how this is looking. So let's load our draft class, and then let's look at the rotation. Let's look at shot tendencies and kind of see where we're at. So we're probably going to suck this year, which is fine because we could tank, obviously, and be just fine with that. So if we take a real quick look, starting 5 is going to look like this. It's going to be Halliburton, Malik Beasley, Chris Duarte, Keegan Murray, Miles Turner, which I actually really like this starting 5. I think it's really solid. And then you got Jalen Smith, Isaiah Jackson, TJ McConnell, and then Dyson Daniels, which I do want to get Oshae Brissett some minutes, like I said. So I guess we'll run a 10-minute rotation. That way Brissett gets some minutes on top of that because I do like Brissett. So honestly, wouldn't mind putting him in over like McConnell for those minutes, but I guess we could use a backup point guard here. So let's look at proficiency. 3-star perimeter centric. Can we go up anywhere? No. So I'll leave it at perimeter centric. And then only other thing I want to look at is some shot tendency. So Halliburton 75, which I do like because I felt like Halliburton is really good. I'll move it up to like an 82. Chris Duarte, 79. I'm fine with that. Keegan Murray's a 46. Malik Beasley's a 76. But I want Keegan Murray to become really good for us. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up to like a 76 as well. Keegan Murray, obviously, going to be another guy in this route. And Miles Turner, same thing. We can move it to like a 65. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this season. Expect to be pretty bad. So we're going to be in the lottery once again. As far as our draft pick status, we have the Timberwolves pick now, which is great. We have this pick as well. So we have our own pick. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. So hopefully 2023 is a beautiful year for us. And we're in the lottery. We have the Timberwolves pick in the lottery too, maybe. We'll see. So at the end of the season, Luka Doncic wins MVP. Kenny Chandler's Rookie of the Year. We might be doing a Mavericks rebuild tomorrow, depending on if the Mavericks get eliminated tonight, by the way. But Spencer Dinwiddie, 6-man. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player. LaMelo Ball, Most Improved. And Nate McMillan is your Coach of the Year. Christopher Bell is your Executive. So yeah, things actually went a little bit better than expected. So let's look at the All-NBA teams and see if that was anything, like any Pacers here. No. Hopefully the Timberwolves didn't make the playoffs because we made the playoffs. So we do not have a lottery pick. Minnesota also made the playoffs, so we're not going to have a lottery pick at all. We get to play the Milwaukee Bucks in round 1. So a little unfortunate because I kind of wanted to be in the lottery, but, you know, playoffs is also really nice. So 19 from Halliburton, 15 from Chris Duarte, 14 from Beasley, 13 from Keegan Murray, 11 from Dyson Daniels. So honestly, it looks like we kind of have a roster that's like ready to compete right away right now. So I guess I can't be too surprised, to be honest with you. So not saying we're going to be competing for a championship, but playoffs is definitely easily obtainable with how good Chris Duarte is. Malik Beasley's good. Keegan Murray projects to be really good immediately. And then Dyson Daniels, Jalen Smith, Miles Turner, and Isaiah Jackson. So, I mean, we're pretty happy with being in the playoffs. We get to play Milwaukee, though, so I really don't know how we're going to perform here. The fact that we're even here is kind of an overachievement, in my opinion. So, regardless of what happens, I'm still very proud of this roster. So, semi current round against Milwaukee. And we do win 2 on them, but we get eliminated in 6 games. But, hey, that's still really nice. That means we are definitely in the right direction. So, I'm very happy with that. Get eliminated in round 1. Not that big of a deal. Timberwolves also get eliminated in round 1. So, we should have, like, some 2 picks in the teens, which is also just fine. Maybe we find a way to package those picks and get into the lottery. We'll see. So let's get into the draft lottery and let's see what this is going to look like. So again, I don't think we have any lottery picks here. So we're going to have 2 picks in the teens. So we have pick number 19 and then we have pick number 21. So never mind, not in the teens. We have 19 and 21, which is still really solid. It's still really feel really good about that. The Wizards won the number 1 overall pick. But again, would have loved to have been in the lottery. But the Wizards look like they're going to get Victor Wembanyama. I think I'm finally saying his last name right. Hopefully I did. But we're going to sign a shot doctor real quick. And then we're going to head into this draft with 19 and 21. Now, don't know if I'll use these picks to like maybe trade up. We definitely could. So we'll explore that option real quick before we actually jump into this draft. So 19 and 21. Again, you could trade up, but I don't know what the value of these picks would be. We also have 2 second-round picks, which they're both pretty late, so they're not going to have like a ton of value, but hey, you never know. So I don't really have any like players to trade away. I guess I could take a look at like players that are available right now and see if they make sense for our team. So the Pistons are rebuilding. Obviously, we can't get Cade Cunningham. I'm not going to do that. The Raptors, nobody there I think makes sense for us. Jalen Green, Jabari are untouchable. DeJounte Murray would be cool. So I guess if we were looking to like compete right now, but we don't need a point guard really. The one thing that I wouldn't mind going away with is like another shooting guard because I do like Dyson Daniels. But I mean, if we got like another good backcourt mate next to Halliburton, I would not complain about that. Like if Jordan Poole was available for us to grab, honestly, obviously would love to do that. That'd be really cool. Bradley Beal, he doesn't really fit the timeline. Chicago Bulls got Jalen Brunson. That's pretty cool for them. But I don't really think there's anybody. The Clippers, I mean, I guess we could get like Colin Sexton from the Cavaliers if we wanted to. We might be able to pull that off. So Sexton is making $17 million. Would we like Colin Sexton next to Tyrese Halliburton is the question. Honestly, I think I'd rather just take my chances in the draft. So let's just jump into the draft. Not going to trade anybody. So at number 19, we have Brandon Miller. Amani Bates fell this far, and I'm kind of feeling like we should pick him. So I'm going to go ahead and take Amani Bates here at number 19. And then at number 21, we have Brandon Miller still on the board as well. Caleb Houston, Chris Livingston, Nate Biddle. I don't think I want to take another small forward here, so I'm going to take Torin Armstrong, I guess, to be like our brand new backup point guard. I don't know. I don't really know those. I don't know this draft class like crazy. So you got Scoot Henderson with number 1. So the Knicks got Victor, fell them at 2, so that's good for them. And at number 19, we got Amani Bates, and then at 21, we got Torin Armstrong. So feeling pretty good about that. We'll sign everybody. And then player options, we got Halliburton. Malik Beasley actually played really good for us, and he's an expiring contract, so that $60 million could either be used in a trade, or we could just go ahead and keep him. He actually played pretty solid. So qualifying offers, Dwayne Washington, Terry Taylor. If they want to come back again, that's fine. So as far as free agency is concerned, you got Miles Turner, who I do want back for this roster, or we could sign and trade him as well. I mean, it really doesn't matter, whatever we want to do. So Halliburton, TJ McConnell. I might trade McConnell as well. He's another expiring contract. We just drafted a young point guard, so maybe looking at trading McConnell. We'll see. And then Malik Beasley, Dyson Daniels. So Dyson Daniels actually played pretty good as a second-round pick. We're going to have to re-sign him next year, and he's expiring as well. So maybe we throw him in a trade. Honestly, it looks like we have some pieces to make a trade is what I'm trying to get to. So Jalen Smith, Keegan Murray, I liked my power forwards. Isaiah Jackson's a backup center, which I like. But in particular, I'm obviously looking to get better here now. Since we just made the playoffs and the Pacers don't like to rebuild, as we know, let's go ahead and just try to get crazy here. The Suns obviously did sign Deandre Ayton, but he and the Suns are not succeeding right now. So what if I pulled off a trade for like Deandre Ayton on the Suns or on this Pacers roster? So Deandre Ayton, we threw in Malik Beasley expiring contract. We threw in, let's say, Dyson Daniels, who also, well, I mean, we don't have to necessarily throw in Dyson Daniels, but let's throw in like, let's say Leandro Bolmaro, and then I gotta throw in something of value, right? So I don't know if I throw in Duarte or Keegan Murray. Obviously, I like those two guys as guys going forward. Jalen Smith, I like. Isaiah Jackson, I guess if Dyson Daniels, is expected to get a lot of money next year, but I wouldn't mind him starting next to Halliburton this year. So we'll see. Maybe I throw in Monty Bates here, or we do maybe. Okay, let's do this. Actually, let's do this. Let's make sense out of this. So let's actually do this. Let's sign and trade Miles Turner to the Phoenix Suns. So we're gonna sign Miles Turner back, then we're gonna throw him in a trade to the Suns for Deandre Ayton, because I love the idea of getting Deandre Ayton to pair him alongside Halliburton. And then, of course, Miles Turner would just be a good piece for the Suns to replace Deandre Ayton with. So we're going to do this. So it'll be Miles Turner, and then we'll give them, again, we'll go back to like Malik Beasley, who's a solid piece. And we're probably going to throw in a few firsts here for Deandre Ayton because he is under contract. So this isn't like a sign and trade. And is there anybody else? Maybe throw in Leandro Bolmaro as a throw in. So all this for Deandre Ayton, and they do not agree, unfortunately. I'll throw in like Torrance Armstrong. No, I don't want to throw in Teron Armstrong. Let's throw in TJ McConnell and see if they could accept it then. Not enough money. Okay. I feel like Amani Bates gets the deal done, but I'm going to try to keep him. So I guess I'm going to throw in Armstrong, and they agree. So just like that, we got Deandre Ayton on the Indiana Pacers. So Deandre Ayton is now an Indiana Pacer alongside Halliburton, which I love. They're pretty much on the same timeline as far as age is concerned as well. Dyson Daniels is going to start next to Halliburton in the backcourt with Malik Beasley gone. You have Chris Duarte and Amani Bates are going to fight over that small forward spot. Then Keegan Murray, Jalen Smith, and Isaiah Jackson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I like my front court. I like my small forward, and then shooting guards could be better. So if there anybody out there, we have LeVert, we could bring him back to Indiana, or Gary Trent Jr., which I like him as well. Lonnie Walker as a backup shooting guard, I actually kind of like the idea of. So I'm going to sign Lonnie Walker to a 2-year deal. O'Shea Brissett is still somebody I wouldn't mind back either. So I'm going to sign O'Shea Brissett to a deal. And just like that, that was our offseason. We got Deandre Ayton on the Pacers. Let's freaking go. So play progression, Halliburton's up, Deandre Ayton's up, Keegan Murray's up, everything's looking good. Dyson Daniels up to a 78 overall. So yeah, we're feeling really good about this. So let's go straight into this next season. Let's look at the rotation. We were the 6th seed last year. We got aggressive this offseason, so we project to be pretty damn good next year, hopefully. So let's load this 2024 draft class, and then let's get into it, shall we? So power rank is going to land us number 24, which is a little unfortunate. Last year projected to be a lot worse. They want to start Lonnie Walker, which I actually want to start Chris Duarte, or not Duarte. I want to start Dyson Daniels, to be honest with you. I'm going to start Dyson Daniels over Lonnie Walker because I want to see what Dyson Daniels can do in the starting 5. So it's Tyrese Halliburton, Dyson Daniels, Chris Duarte, Keegan Murray, Deandre Ayton, Jalen Smith, Lonnie Walker, Isaiah Jackson, and O'Shea Brissett. Proficiency-wise, we are sitting at a 3.5 perimeter centric. Let's see how the season's going to go with Deandre Ayton joining the roster. Shot tendencies are fine. Dyson Daniels is fine as well. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Let's see how this season's going to go. Hopefully, we are once again a playoff team, because last year we were pushed the Bucks to 6. Hopefully this year, top seed and maybe win a playoff series as well. So this year, John Morant wins MVP. Victor Wembanyama, I should say, wins Rookie of the Year on the Knicks. Kenny Chandler, 6th man. Giannis Defensive Player, Walker Kessler, Most Improved, and JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year, and Brandon Harrison is your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team. We have Giannis, Luka, John Morant, Tatum, Jokic, All-NBA. Second team, we got LaMelo, Trae Young, Zion, Jimmy, Embiid. And here's your All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So we are actually the 2nd seed in the East. So things are looking pretty damn good for us as the Pacers. So we had 25 from Halliburton, 18 from Ayton, 15 from Dyson Daniels, 14.5 from Chris Duarte, 13 from Keegan Murray. I mean, straight up, these three, just this roster, I love how this roster is looking right now. We just have guys that are ready to win and are experienced and are ready to get it done. So Lonnie Walker, on top of that, averaged 11, Jalen Smith 11, 7 from Isaiah Jackson. So let's see who we get to play. We get to play the Charlotte Hornets in round 1. So the Hornets have Mark Williams as their center now and Marvin Bagley. So Mark Williams, maybe he becomes a freaking stud in the NBA. Maybe a nice lob threat with LaMelo Ball, but obviously we're looking to beat the Charlotte Hornets. We have a young up-and-coming roster. Obviously, the Hornets would love nothing more than have Deandre Ayton, but he's on my roster. So, 7 current round against Charlotte Hornets, and we did lose game 1, but we won the rest as we beat them in 5 games. So, we are on to the second round to play the Atlanta Hawks. So, they have Johnny Davis with Trae Young in the backcourt, which I do like for them. They have John Collins Capella. So, this is going to be a tough matchup. definitely a tough matchup, but let's get it done. Somebody turn around, and we are going to... Wow. 2K loves their 3-0 leads, don't they, man? Wow. Okay. So we went up 3-0 and then just lost 4 straight. Okay, got it, 2K. Got it. I don't understand why that's so common in 2K because it never happens. Not for sure we were in the Eastern Conference Finals right there, but hey, you know, it is what it is. So let's run it back, shall we? Draft lottery time. I don't know if we have a lottery pick here. We don't. I didn't think we did, but had to check just in case. Do have the Pacers pick, or we do have the Warriors pick. I think that's from the Brogdon trade, if I'm not mistaken. But honestly, I already kind of like my roster as is, so I'm really looking at just running back because we were 1 game away from the Eastern Conference Finals until a 3-0 lead was blown. So gotta love 2K, man. Gotta love it. Let's go to rookie signing. I'm gonna go straight past this draft. So we got a couple of guys, which that's fine. We'll just go ahead and sign them. McConnell, I'm gonna decline, and then qualifying offers. Yeah, a lot of players I have to resign actually. So we are committed to this roster. Dyson Daniels, Halliburton, both free agents, but I want to bring both of them back. Jalen Smith, also like him as a bench player. And then Terry Taylor, McConnell, but I'm going to wait. They're both restricted, so I'm just going to wait for them to get a contract. So once they get a contract, I'm matching. And then Halliburton's getting off from the Spurs. Obviously, I'm going to match it. So we got that done. And then Jalen Smith and Dyson Daniels. Did I renounce Dyson Daniels or what just happened to him? Because I did not mean to if I did. So I'm going to be pretty pissed if he's gone. But I should be able to sign him still. I have a lot of money. So he wants 18 million. I'll give it to him. I mean, I don't want to lose Dyson Daniels. So I'm going to sign Dyson Daniels. Jalen Smith is telling me to, let go of, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sign him to a contract. So Jalen Smith is back, and I think that is it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're ready to go. Let's go into player progression. Let's see how this is looking now. And hopefully this 3rd year, we're ready to go win this thing because we were so close last year. Keegan Murray's up to an 85. We were 1 game away until the 3-0 lead was blown. So hopefully this 3rd year leads to good things. So in the year of 2025, we are still in the playoffs, but obviously we are looking to be much more than just in the playoffs. You're looking to win probably a championship this year. So Halliburton 24, Ayton 16, 15 from Keegan Murray, 14 from Daniels, 12 from Duarte, 11 from Amani Bates, who's in rotation this year, then 10 from Jalen Smith, 8 from Isaiah Jackson. So I paid for this roster, so I am expecting the results. The Pistons have Jokic and Vucevic, so yeah, I'm a little nervous about this first round series, not gonna lie. Game 1, we're down 1-0. We're down 2-0. We're down 3-0, and we're going to get beat in 5 games. So that is going to do it for me because I hate this game. I'm sick of it. I'm just tired of it. Atlanta Hawks going to win it all. We literally had a 3-0 lead. We blow it, and now I get to play the Pistons who have Jokic and Vucevic. How is that even possible that they have both of them? Vucevic and Jokic, defensively, they would be horrible, by the way. And the man is 34, and Jokic is... It's the Pistons. Why am I surprised? You know what? Regardless, boys, I'm still happy. Deandre Ayton got pissed in the playoffs. Maybe it's because Jokic was all over him. I don't know, man. I'm over it. Thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow we'll be doing a Mavericks video or a... We're going to probably do a... Tomorrow's either going to be a Blazers lottery pick video, or if the Mavericks get eliminated, it'll be a Mavericks offseason rebuild. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. I can't get over that 3-0 lead blown, so I'm just done with it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.